Hey guys, welcome to Monday Night. I'm Molly Sanier and this is Throwing with Molly. Tonight I'm going to work on throwing some cylinders for some upcoming sculptures. And also last week I mentioned how I throw on bats, so this one has no bottom. It's just a cylinder. And then I'm going to put this aside and back to it. Oh, so if your clay gets like that, you just need to put a rib on it. Just put a rib on it. And just let it rotate. And it works itself out. I really do want to get some shirts that say rotate, rotate, rotate. Rotate, rotate, rotate. I have to tell myself sometimes, like rotate, rotate, rotate. And then it's all good. Boom. Get this water out. New follower, thanks for following. Let's see, I have watched a few of your videos and incorporate your tips into my own work and have seen such improvement. Oh my gosh, that's the best comment ever. Hannah B15, thanks Hannah B, that's so great to hear. I'm so glad the tips work. And it's always better too if you catch it live, because when I post the recaps, I have to edit the full hour down to 15 minutes. That's hard, so I miss a lot of it. I took my first wheel throwing class in college. I was a junior. I did not know that ceramics was a major when I went to college. I didn't know it was something you could like study, go to college and spend your time doing, throwing pots. I didn't know that at the time. So my junior year of college, I discovered it, and I really like cooking and I really like food, and I got really excited about the idea of making dishes for my dishes. Love watching from Brazil. I love every time Brazil, Argentina, every time y'all say hello. It just makes me think, I need to travel there. I've never been to South America. I need to go. Is it absolutely necessary to wedge? Yes. I know some don't. I think it's absolutely necessary to wedge and to cone up and down. So, I think you wedge. And I think I think you can almost wedge on the wheel by coning up and down. I think you can get away with a lot of coning up and down. What does wedging do? Wedging redistributes all the clay particles, and like you might have a really stiff spot or a really wet spot, or maybe there's just inconsistencies in the clay, and wedging it redistributes everything so it's all like smooth and ready to be thrown into an amazing pot. Kind of have to wedge. What is your favorite clay to throw with? I've only thrown with this white stoneware, so I've never done porcelain. So I would say this white stoneware. So it's been a lot of fun getting comments about how y'all watch Learn with Molly and get tips, and that it's been helping you. That has been so cool. I love to get all the messages. I tell my kids that the only way to get better in my class is to watch videos and to come in outside of class and practice, practice, practice. But I'm like, watch videos, because being an artist, it's like you just try to fill your toolbox. So you go learn from as many different people as you can, and then you just learn what you can from them all. So when they watch videos from other people, they're learning tricks that I don't teach them. Like, some people like to push in with their thumbs. I don't do that. But if it works for them, it works. And so I just encourage them to watch videos. And so I love hearing when y'all watch my videos and you're like, oh, I never really thought to do that. So yeah, it's fun to share different techniques, because at the end of the day, you're going to do it your own way anyways, so it's fun to pick up things from other people. And I certainly do not know everything by any means, and I don't know all the tricks and tips, so if they're only watching me, they're never going to be their best. So I hope that they're all out there watching videos. Yay! Love how potters are so willing to share with others. Great community. You know what I realized is that I like to share because at one point I also was like scrolling internet and being like, get some inspiration, get some ideas. So why not share? Because at the end of the day, if I'm doing something and somebody copies me, then that's just a compliment, because obviously they wouldn't copy me if they don't like what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, they're gonna get bored. If you're an artist, you like to try to be creative and original. So what I find is that some people get inspired and it starts as like copying, but then it always ends up into like them finding their own voice as an artist. Because again, if you're just like copying somebody, that's not fun. That's not why we make art. You make art to do your own thing. And that's what's fun about my school. We're at the point where every student kind of picks what they want to focus on. So some will be making pinch pots, and some will be making slabs, and some will be drawing, and some will be doing teapots, and everybody's all over the place. And I tell them that when I unload the kiln and I see a pot that I know, oh, this is a whoever, then that's when it's like, good job. You've created a style and I can recognize it. It's all your own style. So that's always good and fun. All right, so another cylinder. I got a couple cylinders. Do you teach at I teach at high school level. I actually teach at the high school that I used to go to. I went to this high school, but when I went there, their art room was like one little tiny room, and it was just drawing and painting, which I'm not really a drawer painter. And I was advised to stop taking art so that I could focus on math and science and get into college. So I did that. And in the meantime, the high school I went to became this like art mecca. They have photography in a dark room, and digital music labs, and ceramics, and drawing and painting. And it's amazing. So I'm back where I went to high school, and it's like the best job ever. I love it. Nice. Wish I could have taken your class. I wish I could have taken my class. I make them make websites. Nobody taught me how to make a website. They have to photograph their art. Nobody taught me how to photograph my art. Somehow, I guess because I stopped taking art in high school, I never even made a portfolio. I just went to college and I thought I'd be like a business major, or really I want to be a lawyer. Let's be honest, I want to be a lawyer. That didn't work out. I wanted to do business. Those classes were really hard. Macroeconomics and statistics. It was awful. So then I found art I minored in it, and then I majored in it, and I was like, this is awesome. So anyways, I never made a portfolio because I just switched majors. I just like switched into it. And I guess they didn't have really a lot of art majors or something. Which JMU, James Madison University, that's where I went. That's another school that's just like, boom. It's even more amazing now than when I went there. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes. It's mainly just the Throne with Mollies. And the Throne with Mollies go from an hour to edit it down to 15 minutes. So it's always best to catch it within the 24 hours, and you can see the full hour, and you can see the questions. But my YouTube and my website have the edited down because I can only post 15 minutes. So, and also let things rotate. I know that I want to put that on a shirt, rotate, 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 but it's the truth. It's the truth. When in doubt, rotate, rotate, rotate. And that just means, like, if I put a thing in it and see how it's kind of wonky, let's push it more. Can you see that, like, weird spot? So that just means that I'm going to be anchored, and I'm going to stay right there and let it rotate, rotate, rotate. Right there. Right at the bottom. Just let it rotate. And I can come up a little, and then I'm just going to let it rotate, rotate, rotate until it feels smooth, and I can come up higher and let it rotate. So the faster the wheel goes, the faster it rotates. But rotate, 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 slow release. It's a real thing. So that will also help in your beginner class, I think. I want to go full ceramics for my major, but scared I won't be successful after college. What should I do? All right, let me tell you this. It doesn't really matter what you major in. If you're not going to work hard, you're not going to be successful, and no matter what it is. But if you work hard, no matter what it is, you're going to be successful. If you work hard at, I don't know, anything, you're going to be successful. You just have to work hard and want it and work hard and work hard. No matter what your major is, any major, you have to work hard. That's what I say to that. But if you love it, it's way more fun to work hard than if you hate it. I had a job once, I hated it. It was awful, and I didn't think I was ever going to get an art teaching job, and I was like, oh gosh, I need a job. So I got a job at this guy's house, helping him with his furniture sales. And I had to deal with containers. I didn't even know what a container was. All these spreadsheets, talking, I wore a head thing, I actually asked for the head thing, to talk on the phone to people. So I had a job I hated, working in this guy's house, all like 30 minutes across town. So every time I get in the car, I'd hate to drive there. But I knew I was never going to get an art teaching job. Like, who gets one? There's no art teaching job. So I took this job, and I hated it every day. That's miserable. Oh my gosh. at least now I love my job every day. And I love it. And I work really hard, and it's worth it. It's all worth it. And you know what I really liked about being an art education person, because I did get my teaching license. And when you get your teaching license in art, you have to take art classes in all different mediums. Like, you have to. It's part of the major. And that was so fun. I took a metal and jewelry class. I took photography. I took screen printing because I had to. I took drawing and painting. I took sculpture. Had to. A major said I had to. And that was my assignments, was to make art. It was awesome. Do you think majoring in art is a good thing to consider, or is it something to consider minoring in? It depends on what you want to do. If you, like, what would make you so happy to wake up and do every day? Like, thinking about it, like, what would you like to wake up and do every day that you're like, yes, another day. I get to do that again. I'm so excited. That's so fun. The fast release, the problem is, like, if I come up, right here I have to rotate because there's some issue, but if I come up, and I just rotate quick, it gets the lip a little off center, whereas if you just rotate, slow release, it stays on track a little bit better. So I think that you should major and minor in whatever you want to do. But also, sometimes what you major in doesn't mean that that's what you have to do in life. Earlier we were talking about you just have to work hard at whatever you choose in life. But if you want, it just depends on what you want to do. For me, the idea of teaching art was like magical. It's like, I had never thought of that. That sounds amazing. To be an art teacher? Sign me up. So I did. I signed myself up. Ceramics is something I'm extremely passionate about. I love it so much. It is so fun. I love it. Just also seeing. Yeah, I love ceramics. I was like, this is so fun. But shoot, when I was a ceramics major, I think I was still like very immature and not really serious about much of anything. So I don't think I was a great ceramics student. I don't think I was, I liked it, so I was in there all the time just because I had fun, but I wasn't really working on my craftsmanship. I was just like making, because it was so fun, just the fact of making something. And I actually still have those pots, and I share them with my students because, like, trimming, my brain did not work. And instead of leaving what I call like the donut on the foot, I would scoop out the donut. So I had like a moat that I removed. It took my brain a long time to click with ceramics. Like lids, I never made a lid until like 2 years after college. I've really still never made a teapot myself. I make my kids make teapots, but I never make them. And so thank y'all so much for tuning in. Throwing with Molly, I'm Molly, and we'll be back next Monday, 8 p.m. EST.